Welcome to this new episode of BVI Eye Conversations with me, Dr. Reshma Jhaveri, an ophthalmologist practicing at Jew Scheme. Today on our sets, we have none other than a very ravishing, no less than a Bollywood actor, Dr. Nikhil Nasta. Dr. Nikhil Nasta is the founder CEO at Eyesight Eye Care and Surgery Mumbai. He's a young ophthalmologist, dynamic, up-to-date, and running a successful cataract and refractive practice since then. He's been practicing for the last 15 years and is an ex-secretary of BOA. He's an ex-assistant professor and taught at KJ Somaiya in Mumbai for 7 years before he started out as a private practitioner. He has philanthropic bent and does a lot of charitable work for the lesser privileged. He's at various presentations at ophthalmic conferences in India and abroad as well. Presenting to you, Dr. Nikhil Nasta. Welcome to our show, Dr. Nikhil Nasta. It's such a privilege to have you with us today.
Thank you so much.
So tell me something, Nikhil. What really inspired you to become an ophthalmologist? I mean, looking at you, I'm sure any producer, director would love to take you over in a film.
Thank you. You're so kind with your words. So I come from a business family and we have an engineering business. But I think मेरे को ना बचपन से I wanted to be a doctor. During my internship, I thought that I would be a pediatrician or I would be an orthopedic. But I had this one professor who had seen some spark in me regards with ophthalmology. She called my dad and she said, "Sir, please come. I would like to have a conversation with you." She sat him down and explained to him कि एक ऑफ्थैल बनने से ही इज मेड फॉर दैट. आई डोंट नो व्हाट एप्टीट्यूड शी सॉ. इंटर्नशिप में ना वी ऑल्सो डोंट नो ऑफ्थैल में होता क्या है. सो फॉर अस इट्स अ वेरी फ्लीटिंग 15-20 दिन का इंटर्नशिप एंड वी रियली डोंट नो. बट मेंटोर ढूंढ लेता है अपने स्टूडेंट को. इट वॉज दैट मोमेंट एंड विथ हर एक्सपर्ट गाइडेंस आई वेंट ऑन. आई चोज ऑफ्थेल्मोलॉजी एंड आई couldn't have thanked her enough. Till today, when she meets me, we have conversations and there's so much of love flowing. And I think whatever spark she saw, we're still keeping it alive with the work that I do. So, yeah.
That's so amazing that somebody actually saw that and gave you your entire career ahead.
Absolutely.
I think for me, it was my mother. So I think we really need somebody who helps us to guide us for a future.
Absolutely. Behind every successful man, there is a woman.
That's correct. So tell me, Nikhil, it's Dr. Nikhil Nasta. What does this Nasta actually imply? Is there something behind this?
That's so cheeky, huh? So see, I'm Nikhil Nasta. Not lunch, not dinner, just Nasta. But if you come to my clinic, you're not going to get Nasta, you're going to get a whole buffet. You'll get cataract services, you'll get LASIK, glaucoma, pediatric, squint, neuroopthal, retina, Botox, and oculoplasty, everything. So because I'm serving the whole spread, मेरे नाम से वो थोड़ा जच जाता है. And you know what? In our ophthalmic association, every time I enter the room, they'll ask me, "Why? काय आणलं तुम्ही आज?"
आज नाश्ते में क्या है?
Yeah, आज नाश्ते में क्या है? So it's a fun.
Amazing. I mean, you do so much in your clinic. Is that what your clinic makes you different from the rest of the clinics?
So see, everybody does the same kind of surgeries. Everybody has high-tech machines and they are putting high-tech lenses and we all are equally skilled. What is it that makes you slightly different from your colleague or your contemporary? So when I did my IIM, I recently completed that.
That's nice.
Yeah, I figured that there's a thing called a Cano model. Cano model is deliverables which are expected and services that you go above and beyond. We were just having a backstage conversation also about this. So for example, you're coming to me for a surgery. So you're 100% going to get a very good surgery. You're assured of that. But I'm also giving you a good atmosphere to sit in. I'm giving you a very clean environment. I'm smiling and greeting you, as are all my staff. We handhold you through the whole process. Everything is taken very well care of. And in our clinic, we give you a personal representative just like a bank. So you have a dedicated RM who moves with you and guides you through the whole process. That is a unique differentiator. So it's not just a come get surgery done and then
Indeed.
you have to figure your way out. We walk you through slowly at your pace.
And I think I can add on something more for your clinic because I've personally been there, that it has an amazing view of greenery. That when you're sitting, you feel so peaceful. It's like a meditation hall that is there. And recently, in one of your posts, I saw it's also pet friendly.
It's pet friendly.
Yes.
So you know what, that pet friendly thing now, a lot of people told me, aise kaise you have a pet friendly clinic, because what about infection and all? So let me clarify here. Pet friendly is the last appointment, and after that everything is sanitized again for the non-pet friendlies.
Okay, that's amazing. So, what all new technology that you have recently got into, or do you believe in, or you feel that it's more of a doctor patient that's more important?
I think it's a symbiosis of doctor, patient, and technology. Man without machine has no meaning. I give you a good machine, but not someone who can run it properly. It's also not optimized fully. So, at our place, we do very state of the art cataract surgeries. As you know, we have ranked consistently, repeatedly in the Times of India health rankings also. Um, the latest cataract technology is what we use. Besides that, for LASIK also, I do advanced LASIK at my place. We also have a very research bent of mind. So I work at this charitable hospital, and me and my mentor, we are innovators of sort, and we keep coming up with new things which are very cost effective. So we're giving you services and bringing your cost down without compromising on the quality. I think that's what my passion really is.
And if when a patient walks in to your clinic and they ask for advice, is there any particular format that you have for every patient? What lenses would you advise them, or which cataract? Because now we have so many different varieties of even doing a cataract surgery. Like, how do you really decide?
The patients actually know very minimal, and they go to Google auntie and ask a lot of questions. So you have to first of all bust all their myths, and you tell them, bhai Google ko side mein rakhte hai. Let's have a one to one and understand. First, I want to listen. What is it that you really want? Maybe you don't want to wear glasses.
Yeah.
Maybe you just want to be able to play golf, or maybe you are only interested in far vision and you're okay to put on a pair of glasses for near. So I can't give you a solution which is not fitting you. It's a very
Correct.
customized thing, है ना?
Correct.
अभी इतने choices है that I always spend a lot of chair time trying to get a feel of what is it that you're looking for. Then comes the other part. Can you afford the kind of treatment you want? If you can, very good. But if you can't, how can I give you the best possible solution within your budget? So we have to do a little mix and match, or and we work a solution that will suit you. Then comes options like how fast you want to recover, and who's going to be paying for your surgery, who's going to be taking care of you post surgery. Everything comes together. Once they go home, they come back one more time with a whole list of questions. We again go through the process. Once you have locked in your decision, then you're set. Because as you know, once the lens has gone in,
It's difficult
it
to
shouldn't be
remove.
replaced and all.
Yes.
So
In fact, that's so true what you just said, that it has to be customized. And something more that I'd like to add, one little incident that happened, that one patient had come with a relative, and the relative decided the lens for the patient. And बाद में सर्जरी के बाद पेशेंट बोले अरे मुझे तो नजदीक का दिख नहीं रहा है.
हाँ.
She was not the one who decided for herself. The relative decided for her. So
Yeah.
what you said is so correct, that it's very important for the patient to decide, and it has to be customized.
In our IIM case studies, we have a Harvard-based system. So our professor was telling us how to observe what does the patient want. First, you have to see who's going to be spending the money. So if you've seen साड़ी वाला, जब आप साड़ी लेने जाओगे ना, he's talking to the husband क्योंकि पैसे वो देगा, but he's lulchawing the wife क्योंकि she's going to make the selection. So we have to do something like that and understand what does the patient want and guide the paying person towards that choice.
And what inspired you to get into IIM? I mean, after all these years of, how many years of practice now, Dr. Nikhil?
15 years of practice.
So after 15 years of ophthalmic practice, I think last year you got your IIM.
Yeah. So I've always been very studious. So
Which does look like?
Yeah. So I'm that typical nerd with chashma and tail, and
Okay.
you'll see me studying or reading a book. When I was a professor at Somaya, I was known as wo kitab wala doctor na. I used to sit like a kharoos reading my novel, not chatting with anyone. Last year, my elder daughter was in standard 12 and my younger one was in standard 10. So मेरी wife ने बोला, you're going to do a lot of time pass and distract them. Why don't you also just study something? Get out of their way. So I saw this ad for an IIM application. I applied. It was a rigorous, intensive back and forth. I got selected, thankfully, and I'm the first batch of EPHM IIM Indore. That's how the journey was.
That's amazing. And how do you use that in your practice now?
Actually, because I am already 15 years into practice when I joined this, I figured that most of the knowledge that they imparted is something I'm already implementing. But ek tha ke I was not sure whether it is right or wrong because I was self-educated. Once I did my IIM, it was like a thappa lag gaya कि आप जो कर रहे हैं, that is correct. And we got the jargon कि this is what it's actually called. This is how you take it forward. And my whole idea is to make it a scalable business model. So एक का दो का तीन already हम बना चुके हैं. We're going to scale up more. So that scalability comes from my IIM teachings. In fact, let me tell you, I'm recently starting an edtech platform, which is to educate doctors and so many others who want to learn but they don't know who to ask this question to. So we have, it's a very niche product and it's going to be launched very soon.
In fact, that's what I was just going to tell you, that it's not only that you have learned, but you're also imparting and spreading your knowledge among other doctors.
Absolutely.
And I feel that is so important because the more you impart, the more you learn as well.
Absolutely.
So that's an amazing initiative, and all the best for your new venture that you're going to go
Thank
ahead
you.
with. So I think now, Nikhil, in the market, there are so many different lenses, right? There are monofocals, trifocals. What is your take on these different kind of lenses that are there, and how do you convince your patient that maybe a trifocal is better than a monofocal, or extended depth is better? Is there any particular way that you really explain to your patients?
See, there's nothing that this is better or that is the best. वो तो है ही नहीं ना. My favorite color is white. Your favorite color is black. So I can't sell you something white and say भाई ये best है. ऐसा हो नहीं सकता है. So you have to tell the patient what is the feature of every lens that is there. For example, a monofocal lens, as we know, is going to show you far very well. But you will have to wear a chashma for intermediate, like a TV का score नहीं दिखेगा. And when you hold a book, you're definitely wearing a pair of glasses. Are you okay with that? Then monofocal is great for you. If you want to not wear chashma at all, तो फिर आप ट्राइफोकल डालिए. आपको लंबे का भी दिख रहा है. You're seeing intermediate, तो आपको कंप्यूटर का स्क्रीन, शेयर मार्केट का टिकर सब दिख रहा है. आपको अपने मोबाइल पे मनी कंट्रोल दिख रहा है, आपके एप्स दिख रहे हैं, चैटिंग भी हो रही है, एंड यू हैव अ सीमलेस, ब्यूटिफुल, progressive vision. Earlier lenses used to have a side effect of glare and halos. Glare matlab, whenever an oncoming light is coming to me, I'm going to do this, like I can't take it. That is called discomfort glare. That is now nullified and it's a thing of the past. These phenomena do not happen with the new lens designs. There is a third lens which is an extended mono vision. So I want दूर का vision, I want in between, and I want थोड़ा सा near. Not, I'm okay to wear a glass if the print is too small, but I don't want any rings on my lens. Then I'll opt for an extended mono vision. This is what I would tell my patient actually.
Yes, that's a lot of knowledge. Probably they'll move out becoming ophthals themselves.
Semi.
Yes. And as far as your operation theater is concerned, how do you decide on which machine to get into? Because there's so many in the market again right now, and it's so difficult for us to decide on that.
Again, you have to deliver results, okay? And every patient has just that one chance with you to get a fab result, and you also have so much pressure to give an amazing result, है ना? So if I want, suppose I'm taking you for a drive, okay? And you're this very VIP person and I have to take you. अभी हम लोग जा रहे हैं लोनावाला और मेरे को पता है रास्ते में खड्डे आएंगे and it's going to be उबड़ खाबड़. How am I going to be comfortable driving a basic car? I'll say let's get a damn amazing limousine and let's make it as comfortable as we can. She's going to be happy. I don't want stress as a driver of the car. And we reach the destination. I can predict the result, the time, everything.
Correct.
That's what your machine does, right? It takes away
Absolutely.
all your stresses. So I would choose a machine that does that. My machine is my Mercedes. So let me tell you, every year we buy one machine, and I'll go and tell my friends, buy Audi le liya, buy Mercedes le liya, or whatever it may be.
I know. I think because that's not only our bread and butter, but it's also how we feel when we're operating in our operation theaters.
Yeah, see, it's about predictability, right?
Yeah.
You have to deliver the result because work is worship. They have one chance and you just can't mess up. Today, if this coffee is bad, we have a chance to reorder. But if the operation doesn't go for a machine reason, that's not nice. I don't think that's pardonable on me.
So, do you remember some incident that has really touched your heart, or something that you feel that has made you the person that you are today?
I think over time, na, everybody evolves and they realize why did they come into this world, hai na? So when I took my ophthal career, it was a decision of a 18, 20-year-old, not 18, 20, after MBBS. So about 20, 22-year-old बच्चा जो एक करियर कर रहा है, जो उसकी टीचर ने बोला है, डैड ने ओके बोला है और वो कर रहा है. करते करते also you're understanding like a mechanic, you're doing the thing. You don't know the impact you're creating at all.
Yeah.
When you come and you go out and you start operating, and then those people come back to you because now you're into private practice, you're connecting, and they tell you stories like, I can see my son better. I saw my grandchild today. I couldn't see before my cataract was operated. Or I can eat food off my plate and see मैं खा क्या रहा हूँ. पहले नहीं दिखता था. I am going to the bathroom independently. These things, the dignity you're giving back to them with just what? Giving their eyesight back. तो
Absolutely.
छोटा सा word है, eyesight. Now if I tell you shut your eyes, भाई, world ही नहीं है. Open your eyes. It's magic. So that impact as ophthalmologists, I think you and me create, which we don't realize
Yeah.
till someone points it to us.
Nikhil, I've seen you doing a lot of eye camps. I think it's a brilliant way to spread awareness and give them the opportunity to get their eyes checked. But there is this whole thing that a cataract surgery can be done in 5,000 rupees, or it can be done in 1.5 lakh also. So, can you explain what do you like? How do you justify this?
One, I am doing these iCams always to spread awareness and to bust some myths. We are trying to reach out to people who can't afford. That is one side of it. Another side is we do camps for people who may be finding the whole treatment expensive. So they wait, like we wait for sales, right? So this is an opportunity for large families to all come together and to get their eyes checked. Not just cataract, but it could be a diabetic retinopathy.
Yes.
I'm finding it very heavy on the pocket to keep getting my scans done. I'm going to offer it to you for free. Bhai, aap aiye, karaiye, and we'll work it out. Now, the surgery that I do in a camp, or if I do it in my private, everything is the same. It's in my OT, which is pretty high tech. It is in the sterile environment that I operate in. The same couch where the regular paying patient sits is where the charitable patient will sit. Only the timing of OPD will be different. The lenses may be slightly budget friendly, and for that also we have sponsors. We have a whole list of people who want to do charity but don't know where it will actually be used. So it's like a Robin Hood, you know.
Okay, that I think that really makes a lot of difference to the patient. And we know there are so many eye diseases that if they are unnoticed, they are, you cannot get the vision back. So this is a good way of letting them know that every year on year they need to get their eyes checked.
Absolutely.
So how do you keep yourself updated with the latest that's happening in the ophthal world? Not only in India but abroad.
I read a lot. Okay, I'm an avid reader. Like I said, I'm that kitabi kira. You always see me with a book in hand. So I keep, of course, all the journals come. I keep reading whatever interests me, whatever is new. And I have taught at a medical college. So ये जो young बच्चे हैं ना, they have so much knowledge. At my center, we have 20 panelist doctors coming in, and these are all the fellows जो आते हैं अलग-अलग जगहों से. After they have done their OPD, we sit for 1 hour over a cup of coffee and they update me with whatever new is happening. Then I go read about it and then we have another conversation with whatever feedback needs to be exchanged. And that thirst for knowledge, na, keeps me going, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. So you've been doing iCamps, but I think what do you feel of, podcasts like this?
So you know what? The world has changed. पहले हम लोग को नॉलेज चाहिए था तो हम लोग लाइब्रेरी जाते थे या वी वुड गो हंटिंग किससे पूछे हाउ डू वी आस्क अभी तो गूगल पे टिंग 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 एवरीथिंग इज
Is there?
अवेलेबल बट हाउ मच ऑफ इट इज एक्चुअली प्योर रिव्यूड coming from a genuine source that you can really trust. I'll tell you what happened with me. Once I saw this video of an underwater, photo le sakte hai on an iPhone. And I went to Goa and I took an underwater photo
फोन
of my
बिगड़ गया.
kids. And then वो phone आके हम लोग ने चावल के डब्बे में डाला क्योंकि वो मर गया. And my wife was laughing कि how could you trust this?
Yes.
So a podcast like that, we
Yes.
know it's BVI. We know they are getting reputed people. We can Google back and see ये कौन से speakers थे. And this is the kind of knowledge that we need. Podcasts are a thing which is educative, entertaining, and also engaging. So I feel this is the future. This is
So
helpful.
before coming here, have you heard of the BVI company and what all they've done?
Who has not heard of BVI and ophthalmology? I know and I can vouch that they are a 70-year-old young company बोल सकते हैं old तो नहीं क्योंकि इनके ideas इतने young है and see this podcast is a example of that.
Absolutely.
And I think they are also they were the first ones to introduce trifocals in
That's
India.
correct.
So this is also one of their initiatives which is a first and now you see many more will come.
Yes, and also they are into phaco. Have you heard of their
Absolutely.
phaco machines? I think it's one of the most leading brands that will be pretty much in all of our clinics soon.
Absolutely, I'm waiting for that. And like I said, you need a good machine to back a good
Yes.
surgeon.
Do you know these lenses are extremely stable? They have, pod design, and it kind of fixes the lenses in the bag so nicely that even for toric lenses, it's very difficult for it to move. How much ever even the patient would have tried, but it still remains stable. And also that, whoever the machine that is there, it has a very good fluidics. So it really maintains the chamber extremely well. And हमारे जो धड़कन बढ़ जाते हैं palpitations हो जाता है वो सब that is like kept under check. So I think it's one of the very very leading companies and
So,
amazing machines
you
coming
know,
out.
Reshma, chamber stability is extremely
It's so
important.
important.
Chamber unstable
Yeah.
होगा ना तो हमारा
Yeah.
OT chamber भी unstable हो जाता है.
Yeah, सबकी
And
धड़कन बढ़
yeah,
जाएगी.
yeah, yeah. And about the pod design, let me tell you, these toric IOLs जो रहते हैं ना, उनका थोड़ा भी off if you go, it results in unwanted astigmatism. So you
Yeah.
will end up with something worse.
Correct.
So that I think is really brilliant.
Yes.
And I vouch for that. Yes.
Yes. So something that I think you and I both would be looking more in the future because
Yes.
that is the most latest technology, right?
Yes.
So let's move a little out of this ophthalmic bit and tell me, Nikhil, what are your hobbies?
My hobbies, like I said, are reading. I just love to read. So you give me anything, I will read and I actually, highlight what I like and I use it later. मेरे को बहुत अच्छा लगता है. I also love watching podcasts like this
Okay.
because they're very educative. So these are my hobbies. Yeah.
You don't only watch, you actually conduct podcasts.
Yeah.
And I've seen you doing really good job on that.
Yes. Thank you.
So that's good. So let's start with a quick rapid fire.
Wow. तो
Okay.
पहले कॉफी
Yes.
का एक सिप तो लेना ही पड़ेगा.
Only in one answer, okay? It has to be a short and sweet.
Hmm.
So are you a man of action like Khiladi or are you a king of romance?
I am a king of romance who has all the action.
Oh, is it? Okay, that sounds good. If not an eye surgeon, what would you have been?
Eye surgeon, eye surgeon, eye surgeon. Always.
I think your mentor has really put that in your mind. Okay. So, would you operate on your parents, if at all given a chance?
I have operated on both my parents and also on my mother-in-law,
Oh my
and
God.
I have operated on the lady who delivered me, my
Oh,
gynecologist.
really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. And how was the feeling? I need to know that.
It was amazing.
Was
मुझे
it different from like any other patient that you operate, or did it give you the
No,
same
I
feeling?
just told my mom and dad once I put the eye drape, na, don't speak to me, don't
Okay.
ask me, don't call me any beta beta, just go with the flow.
And who decided her lenses?
Like I said, we had a
Oh,
conversation.
you
So
had a
for my dad, I
conversation.
put a EMV, and for my mom, I put a multifocal. My
Okay.
sasuma monofocal.
Okay,
All
sabko
in the
alag alag.
family.
So you will have literally all the three
And they're
running
all very
parallel,
happy.
and they're all very happy. Chalo, great. What is your favorite holiday destination?
I think I recently went to Lake Bled in Slovenia. Beautiful,
Oh,
beautiful. I think that's it.
Amazing. And what is the secret of your fitness?
My wife, she makes sure I eat on time, I eat well, and whatever happens, I am at the gym at 8 in the morning.
Oh, lovely.
So that's it.
So, would you prefer to be invisible or read minds if given a chance?
I definitely don't want to be invisible. I want to be seen and heard loud and clear. And I don't want to read minds because I really don't care. I know you're always thinking nice about me, so रहने दो वैसे ही.
And I know that for sure because you are the treasurer of Bombay Ophthalmic Association for so many years. And you're
Yes.
out there every single
Yes.
year doing
Yes.
your fantastic job. And my last question to you is, how will you describe a color to a colorblind person?
That's a googly, huh? So प्यार दोस्ती है वैसे ही कलर एक इमोशन है सो आई वुड टेल द ब्लाइंड पर्सन कलर ब्लाइंड पर्सन what emotion is that color that you see bringing out in you. So if it's something peaceful, it's got to be white. If it's bringing anger, it's got to be an angry color, like a red or a passionate color. Strong emotions. If it's a, so you describe it as per an emotion. That's how you will.
That's a really nice way of putting it. Thank you so much, Dr. Nikhil. It was such a pleasure having you over here.
Thank you also. You were an amazing host, and I was actually feeding off your energy. So thank you very much. Now, Reshma, I want to give you one googly. Too many you've thrown at me.
Okay.
So I know you're a damn good dancer. If you have to do one आंखों के ऊपर hook step,
Hook
let's
step.
see it for our audiences.
Oh my God. Okay. So you want to sing? Then I'll do the dance.
Okay, chalo. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. कजरा रे तेरे काले काले नैना. That's a good
Okay,
ending.
yeah. So that was Dr. Nikhil Nasta today on our show, who's absolutely dashing, dynamic, an entrepreneur, an ophthalmologist, and so much more. We had a fantastic conversation with him today, and this is all thanks to the initiative by BVI, and this is called as the Eye Conversations.